What's up, everybody? It's your boy Church. I'm here with Mr. Ryan Barnes, and today he's going to do his interview for the San Angelo Gives event. Just to get to know him a little bit. There'll be more to come. So, first of all, Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about how life was before the Hopper House?
Um, Lack of direction, short-lived promises, not really knowing what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's about it. I mean,
Okay.
not really having any intention or purpose.
Okay. And so, what would you say would be the turning point that brought you here?
Okay, I can actually answer that in two different ways. The short way, oddly enough, is Taco Bell because that's where I got caught and went to jail. It was on 8/14 of 2020 was at Taco Bell, and that's where it started the whole process of me getting into recovery. And the long version would be whenever I started the process of becoming homeless and going through that whole spiel of living on the street for 2.5 years before I eventually went down the rabbit hole that ended up landing me in jail.
All right. So safe to say you got sick and tired of being sick and
It
tired.
took me really dragging myself through the mud to get sick and tired. Yeah.
Awesome. So how so far as of right now, how has your experience at the Hopper House changed your life?
It's made me really respect being tired. I'm not sick anymore, but I am definitely tired, and I love it.
Yeah.
I work to be tired. I work to be tired so that I know that I've done everything I can to be able to support and help other people.
Okay. All right. Next is what does your future look like now because of the Hopper House? Like, would you think about plans you may have with life yourself, and how has this place shaped on how you can bring some of your goals to fruition?
Well, I mean, that's kind of a tricky question because there's stuff that I want to happen, but I don't really have a lot of you know goals per se because I'm really just living life a day at a time and building my foundation, building my castle bit by bit, and being happy and humble with what I have. But I know my future does look bright and full of growth and increase.
Yeah, that's awesome. So do you feel like that? With what you've done here, shaping the lives of other men and women now, amazingly. Um, do you think that the experience you had from where you come from to where you are now that has have an influence on how you have helped reshape the lives of men and women that come through here?
Oh yeah, I mean, how I used to be. I was the type of guy that did everything I could to be the life of the party, trying to influence people, saying whatever I could say to, just try and fit in. And now, whenever I first got into recovery, for a good year and a half, like I just clammed up. I didn't know what to say because I didn't want to say the wrong thing. I didn't want to just BS my way through things. And, it took me, like they say in the rooms, just be a sponge, sit there and absorb it. And I did that for a good long time, just kind of studying, seeing how people talked, what they talked about. And, I learned and learned and learned. And now I still I sit there and learn, but I learned how to do that and got to the point eventually to where I could start talking about stuff the right way. And the tricky part to that was getting through the phase of learning how to mess up talking and say the wrong thing, trying to say the right thing, but still listen at the same time to improve what I was trying to say. And that's the part of the process I'm still in. But I mean, that's really the great part about the life that I live now is I'm in a life of growth. And I'm still in a life of growing pains, but it's not so much difficult as it used to be. I mean, sure, there's situations that come about every now and then. I'm like, how do I deal with this? What do I do? I don't know how to deal with this situation, but I've become accustomed to, new situations, and realizing that I have to be comfortable with the fact that uncomfortable situations are going to happen every now and then, from time to time, at any moment. It could happen that, I just have to accept and not even expect them, but anticipate that they will happen at some point and be prepared to, act, appropriately to the best of my ability whenever they do happen.
Okay. Oh, and I know I kind of caught you off guard with that last question a little bit.
That's
I
all
just
right.
felt like that was a
Fits the mood,
much
though.
needed. Yes, I was just feeling the vibe of the interview and everything. Uh, we just got a little bit of time left here. If you could say one thing to someone thinking about donating on the San Angelo gives the actual give day, donate day, what would it be?
Thank you. Thank you for helping us. They need it.
All right. We got any lasting words or?
Stay tuned. More to come.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Y'all have a blessed day.